Well, have a look. The journey progresses. Let's have this little snippet of Dino. We'll go to a break.
All right.
Well, someone who actually accepted you in a big way was Danielle. And you became part of the love triangle.
Triangle?
Yeah, well, what shape did you think it was?
Oh, I didn't think there was a third part.
Oh. But of course, the most important person at this very moment is tonight's evictee, Danielle. Now, you know, when I watched you on Friday Night Live eating all of those horrible things, I thought, there is a girl with nerves of steel.
Well, that's so funny that happened because only like days before I was talking with Galen, they're like, oh, would you do this for $50? I'm like, nah. They're like, oh, would you do this for $50? I'm like, nah. Like, wouldn't you eat like, you know, a sheep's brains or something like that? I'm like, no way. And then I did it just to go to the rewards room, so...
Yeah, but it was worth it, wasn't it?
Oh, I think I ate like 2 gross things. I'm like, oh, I'm not eating 2 gross things and not winning. So I pushed myself and had to,
But that was difficult for you. But one of the hardest things you had to endure in the house was 1 week ago, which was the Sunday. Last Sunday, and that was the night that Dino was evicted. Now, you were just saying to me in the break that you feel terrible about this Dino thing and you wanted to talk to him on the Sunday and tell him about John, is that right?
Oh, it wasn't so much about that, but I was just going to tell him that, like, there was a stage where, like, you know, I was a bit unsure if Dino even liked me, and I got along really well with John, and I was sort of like, oh, well, because I wasn't, it took a while, It took a while to sort of speak to Dino about other stuff as well, and it was a bit of a slower process. And John, I'm like, oh, I don't even know if Dino likes me. Like,
yeah, but you're kissing, you're sleeping in the same bed at night. What was that about?
I wasn't sure, like, if it was just.
But if you weren't sure, why were you doing it?
Because I liked him. I don't know what I wanted to.
Not passing judgment. Trust me. No, I thought it was a good idea.
I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if, like, you know, if he actually really liked me. And I was really getting along well with John. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know, you know. And I got a bit confused about how I was feeling and stuff. But I was always, I always wanted to sit down and say, look, Dino, I just want to, you know, I got along with John really well, and there was a time where I was a bit unsure what was going on with me and you, and then,
like of course, Dino was evicted that night.
Yeah, and then he got evicted.
But what happened on that Saturday night? I mean, you had a party, you're fooling around a bit. The next morning, he says he's drunk and doesn't remember what happened.
Oh, he remembers, but it's just...
But he said he didn't remember.
Did he? No.
Oops. Oops.
That's okay. Whatever.
No, but he was in... And you know perfectly well he was over on a different seat and you were trying to talk to him. And there's nothing worse, I should imagine.
Oh, was that when he walked into the lounge room? And he sat on the other chair and then walked back
a different chair. We'll have a look at the package and we'll work it all out. But there's nothing worse than when you have a nice time with somebody and the next day they're on a different page. Let's have a look.
Cool.
All right, calm down.
I'm allowed to act inappropriate for the last few minutes. You have that tucked in. Dino's someone it almost intimidates me and makes me want to be around him because I feel a bit intimidated, and there aren't that many people that intimidate me. What are you doing? Are you staying here?
Kind of sleep. You can jump in?
Well, you and Danny were on the bed getting really into each other.
That is a complete lie. Survived 43 days without making a dick of myself.
Everyone's saying you need emotional counselling or something.
Nah, just need some time by myself. I don't have feelings for her or anything like that, so I feel like every time I'm talking to her I have to be really careful what I say.
You're welcome.
Hands started going everywhere. She started groping me and stuff, and I said, no, that's a bad idea.
And I asked if he was stressing about it.
sound like I was a little hussy.
I know you think I'm upset at you, but I'm not. I'm more upset at myself. In hindsight, I wouldn't have done it.
Can you apologise? Dino doesn't apologise, he explains himself.
It's time to go, Dino!
Sunday was a pretty emotional day for me all around. It wasn't just the fact that Dino left. I think I just had a really emotional day myself because I was just questioning some of my actions in the house.
Hello and goodbye.
Danny girl. It's quite obvious you and I hit it off pretty well. I'd really love to catch up with you on the outside, and I think I should probably leave it at that and I don't know, at least give everyone else something to talk about. Leave something unsaid. So yeah, good luck and I'll see you very soon.
So what did he mean by that? See you on the outside. Does that mean see you up really close? What does that mean?
I have no idea, because it was really funny, because I was wondering about that video, and like Katie, she had her idea of, you know, maybe what it meant. But then I don't know what to say about it. It kind of confused me a bit, but I definitely want to catch up with him. I want to catch up with everyone there.
Do you feel like you backed the wrong horse? Like Dino is very different to John. John's very open. Dino's a little bit more withdrawn. Most girls go through a time of being attracted to a Dino-like character, as obviously you were too, and why not? He's fabulous. But that broke your heart last Sunday, didn't it?
Oh, it did. It wasn't just the fact that he was gone and I was super attached and I couldn't go on in the house without him, because that wasn't the case at all. It was basically the fact that I know that he'd had a really bad day, and that maybe some of it was to do with me, and I just didn't want him to leave on that note.
But did you feel at any time, oh dear, I should have been with John instead of Dino? You never thought that?
No, of course not.
But once Dino left the house, did you think, oh, I'll have John now?
No.
You didn't?
Do you know what? Before Dino left, I was more like, I was a bit more confused about how I felt, but when he left, I did like Saturday. Okay. After the Saturday dinner, it sort of changed a lot and stuff like that. But
the Saturday dinner or the Saturday patch?
The dinner, no. Okay. Okay. Hold on. What was the question?
I'm not quite sure. Wait a minute. We'll try and join the dots. Okay, so after the Saturday night dinner, everything changed. You weren't sure how you were feeling about him, and then something miraculous, perhaps that you ate, changed your mind.
No, it was just I just over the past couple of days, and Saturday night I was like, I felt different. And all after that...
But how did you feel? You felt love?
Oh, not love.
Lust?
Like? I don't know. It's just I realised I really liked being around him, and then he left the next day, so it's just like.
Well, I thought I saw a hint of you perhaps contemplating wanting to be with John after Dino left. Is that correct, or am I completely wrong?
Great. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, remember,
no, because I was always like, nah, John's my friend. But then everyone was always like, oh, because Rob was all like, oh, you and John, and everyone's like, oh, Danny and John. But we still hug and stuff. And because I'm like that with my friends, guy friends, and my girlfriends, I like to hug and stuff.
3 pretty big kisses goodbye when you left the house.
Oh, yeah, but that's because...
What, you suddenly felt like that?
Jamie as well, because he's a good friend of mine.
You didn't kiss him like that. No way. But that's okay. Why should you? I feel so much like I'm at school. This is hilarious. Anyway, okay, now, what we've got to do is have a look at the next package and see how the story develops. This is Dino's reaction on stage after he discovered that there were 3... It's all right. Okay. Let's have a look. So you had no idea that she liked John?
I had no idea. I knew they were close, but John's very close with a few girls in the house. He's a really good guy. That's it. Go, Johnny. But if I had have known that she felt that way about him, I wouldn't have done anything with her, because I think they make a really good couple. And I would have rather see them together than me, because I feel like I've wasted his opportunity.
But he's still in the house.
I hope that because he doesn't know what I'm thinking now. He doesn't know what I've seen. Probably has a general idea. I hope that he doesn't become too loyal to me and think that he can't do anything with it. I'd be completely comfortable if they have a good time together in the house.
I hope they do have a good time. So if we were to send John a secret message, it